exist outside the state of Florida. With those battles in the 80s and the 90s, put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. And the Canes will kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Seminoles out. Will go on the attack first. We are accustomed to seeing close, hard-fought games in this series, but last time they met, it was only the Seminoles doing the punching as they knocked out Miami.
Man, they were throwing haymakers, they were throwing combinations, and Miami had no answer for it. Right from the opening bell, David, Florida State jumped all over.
Man, you got to brag about it for a minute. And it is so sweet. In-state, the state of Florida, both so talented, 5 stars everywhere in that state. All of them looking at this game. Can they do it again?
Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Complete. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for him.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Noles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quickly complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Quick pass on the jet motion. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that.
Touchdown, Noles! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
So Miami's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Anderson will throw. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Found a bunch bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver.
And that's a really good job on the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flipping forward on the touch pass. Now got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
They pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
And listen, there's different degrees of open, but in college football, that's open. When your receiver has a step on the guy, man, those are the ones you feel like you should complete most of the time, and he just overthrew that one.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback keeps it. Turning it on. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
The speed of these quarterbacks have just gotten insane. Week in and week out, you're facing so many guys that can just pick them up and put them down and chew up 15 yards like it's nothing.
And they can make the throws, too. We call them dual threats, but really you have to be able to do both in this era of football.
Yeah, and it used to be one or the other. You had a guy that could really, really run. You had a guy that could throw. Now they're all packaged into one, and it's just, man, it's a headache.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Makes a man miss. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And the Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the ground, he's got it again. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. No sign of the field goal team. They'll go for it on 4th and short from the 28. football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Anderson wants to throw. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. These two have storied traditions in the history of the sport, but in the not-too-distant past, Miami actually considered giving up football, and Florida State was an afterthought.
Yeah, a lot of people forget back in the day when Miami was in the Big East, right? And Florida State was in the ACC. This was kind of an interconference battle every time they played, but no doubt, David, this game...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. And the Canes will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Offense in a bunch formation. Second down, they'll go to the air. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
He's got his man. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy complete.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Anderson will throw. And he's got it inside the 20. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step.
Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Mississippi State is down, but not out of it. Not with those cowbells ringing inside Davis-Wade Stadium. One of the best home field advantages in all of college football.
Coming out on first down with the play fake.
It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Offense gets set for second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Still running at the 40. Gashing the D on the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown Seminoles.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Anderson wants to throw. Spins away from the defense. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Hurricanes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. With the catch, it's Mitchell.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Motion from the wide receiver. Give to the back. Got the first down and more. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. The Seminoles, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. The pull and throw off the RPO. Touchdown, Florida State. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Makes the catch. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Handoff from the gun. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Anderson will throw. Makes the grab. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. And the Hurricanes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Rides to back and leaves it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Carr. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll move the wide receiver. First play of the drive, wants to throw. The quick out.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Unloads to the wide out. Zips it out to his man. What a throw! Not a lot of room. He fits it in beautifully, and they've got it at the 30. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. There he goes. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. They'll try to get it in with the run. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense.
Touchdown, Noles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like
going deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Canes decide to punt it away. Catches it at the 30. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Noles and Canes. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, this defense is playing with their confidence that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Anderson wants to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. The give on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do, build the lead.
Breaks into the open. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
And the Seminoles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Right down the middle. It's caught. And fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking them.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Send the tight end in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do but there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game, and I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Trying to keep the drive alive. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal.
Yeah, and there's so much aggressiveness in college football, and I'm here for it. I want all of it. Nice job, 4th and short. I'm buying my club, and now first and goal inside the 5. I'm trying to get that touchdown. Forget those field goals.
The Seminoles line it up with a first and goal. Barges ahead. Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown Seminoles. And the stomping has commenced. Guys, so far this hasn't been wide right or wide left. The Seminoles have been on point as they build this lead.
And the Seminole dynasties were always built on elite playmaking offense, teams that could score points. This is a rivalry game with Miami, Palmer, but they're putting up points when it matters.
Yeah, they're not going to let this one come down to the kicker for another wide right. They're just going to handle the business here on the field, offensively and defensively. They have smothered Miami all game long.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man quickly. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
I think that shows you the experience of the quarterback there. His primary target wasn't open, so he didn't panic. Even though he was getting hit, he was still able to find his check down and find...
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll give it to him again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Anderson will throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback up.
Looking left. He makes the catch. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Throw it toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw in that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top.
You know, as an offense, you've got to do a better job pass protecting, and you've got to start thinking about max protection at this point of the game, because if you don't get hats on hats, your quarterback goes down on his own 2-yard line. You're lucky you didn't give up a safety.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive.
It's a fumble on the play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Touch pass on the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And the Noles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Takes a hit as he fires.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. The play action fake. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
Nice execution by the offense on 3rd down, understanding what they had to do to get the 1st down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
Hauls it in. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. The Noles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Berry. And the third down pass is incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Looking for a push on fourth down. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The Seminoles trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They're working that left side. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day. They haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's first and 10. Anderson wants to throw. Got his man.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
They'll go back to the ground. He breaks a tackle. Makes it past the marker. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Hurricanes getting set on first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pulls it in. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4.
Here we go.
Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. At the 35, he's got room. Open field on the right. Touchdown, Noles. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Temple is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Hall of Famer Joe Klecko should never be counted out of any game. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Tulane.
They'll give it to the back.
We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The give on the inside. Turning it on. Smacks him with the stiff arm. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Here's a heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hurricanes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. And the Canes will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse.
Nice job. A little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
Looking down the middle. Pulls it in. It's Miranda. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Complete to the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Sperry. Going for the big play. Grabs it inside the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the 4th quarter, and you just keep taking shots.
He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. They weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
The Canes send out the punt unit. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. On first down, here comes this offense. 180. It rarely disappoints when the Seminoles and Hurricanes get together, and it is Florida State celebrating the flaming spear of victory by taking down the U. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.